Hi and good evening. Hi and good evening, everyone. I'm leaving that in the video. These are one takes. I all this week I've only had to reshoot two times, and so that would mean that in the span of a week I'm at about, 2 for 30 when it comes to failed one take videos, which again, I just nerd out because I think it's an incredibly challenging thing to do. And, I challenge myself every day and I'm up for it and, it's all good. In fact, tonight, it's a digital diary entry that we're gonna leave you guys with. I don't mean to make up words for the record. Sometimes I think my mouth isn't fully caught up with the logic in sort of processing what I'm trying to say. So forgive that, but it is a digital diary excerpt to be, I guess, as clear as possible. And I want to talk tonight about old jobs, specifically for me, as it is Vlogs About Nothing. And as much as I hate talking about myself, I absolutely hate it. Well, I'll love to tell you anything that I think about something. Talking about myself is like, I don't know, trying to watch crabs get out of a bucket. I'm just sort of like, oh, here we go. Okay, so here we go. I think that my favorite old job of all time was washing dishes. Now, I was telling my roommate last night, we were having a conversation. I was talking to him about work and stuff, and I was like, dude, there are trade offs in life, right? One of them is if you sort of refuse to sort of, you know, uh, participate in a workforce system that doesn't kind of acknowledge you as a person first and foremost before it does finance, then you gotta get what you get when it comes to work. Meaning, instead of selling my soul and working for Bank of America, I would rather fill out a W 2 and be a dishwasher at Applebee's. You feel me? Because I know one of them is obviously far more lucrative, with many more prospects financially in the future. The other, however, and that's why I want to talk about it, is going to provide you with so much more than a $500,000 mortgage, a car payment that you can't afford, and children that, yes, are going to have to be taken care of until they're young adults. And the bigger the family, obviously, the more expensive it can be. And so, oftentimes, old folks and people on over throughout Western history sell their soul to their employer so that they can have security. I don't know what's worse, the fact that people do it or the fact that people are forced to do it, when instead their government can easily provide them with the stable foundation needed for the idea of a complete, happy, and equivalent life to your neighbors, because I know we're all very concerned about our own happiness and our own lives and our own security, but I dare think to myself that if we care just a little bit more about other people, just as much as we care about ourselves, then I think the world would be like a way different place. You feel me? Like way different. And in a good way. But washing dishes again is like stress free in that you don't have to talk to anybody. The people that you do talk to, it's essential communication. So it's no small talk, You're not talking about that person's problems per se. Not like talking about a person's problems a bad thing, but it can get sort of boring, you know what I mean? So essential and effective communication, or effective essential communication, I guess, because it could also be ineffective essential communication, which is the worst, working on a bad team, just as it is in life. Bad communication yields bad results. It's like 2 plus 2 is 4, just as it is in a kitchen and you're a dishwasher. When you're communicated with, it's because the kitchen needs something. It's because front of house needs something. It's because a customer outside needs something. It's because you are needed. And I like being needed, you know, I like feeling wanted. And there's no better place to do that, I think, than in a dish pit working in a kitchen. Because again, and people don't understand the importance of a dishwasher. I was taught early on in my culinary career as it would be, because yes, I've had the pleasure and fortune of being trained by regionally renowned executive chefs, you know, like truly since I was a young cat in college. You know, I began my pursuit of culinary stuff at the University of New Mexico, working for Aramark and then Compass for, you know, the food and beverage side of campus, in a capacity of which I excelled. And true story, I did start in the dish pit. Yes. So I guess in retrospect, it's weird to say these things because I'm a huge failure in every kind of measurable financial kind of aspect. But to think to myself that I've gone from a dishwasher to the owner of a company that's now been around for more than a decade in Cups of Enchantment is pretty, you know, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good feeling. And it's even better because I have continued to wash dishes, not just in my private life, but my personal life. Funny story about my private life: I hate it when people touch the dishes. If you're ever a guest in my home, you feel me? Please don't touch the dishes. It's just not what you're here to do. And my roommate doesn't even touch the dishes. He, you know, rinses and cleans his dishes when he uses them. He's a wonderful dude in that regard, in terms of that way. But even when he washes them, they don't go in the cabinet until I wash them, because I want to be the last person that's touched a dish that goes into a storage place before it's utilized for its final destination, in that it's being used for food. And I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get anyone sick, you know. And it's weird that I need that touch to plate feeling to know that when I'm cooking food, I have something clean to put our product in to consume to begin with. It's a part of the deal, you know what I mean? And it always has been everywhere I've lived. I don't like people doing the dishes. Um, I do the dishes. And so that's my personal life. And my professional life, you know, as the owner of the last endeavor, the Cups of Enchantment food truck branch of our operation, I had staff working in the food truck while I was in our commissary washing pots and pans, you know, as an owner. And again, I was taught by executive chefs coming up early that the best chefs clean their own stuff. And that's stuck with me. It resonated with me so much that I am about it. Like, you're right. They're right. I think that my executive chef mentors, they were right. Like, if you're going to be a good cook, you need to clean your own stuff, because you understand what it's like to make a mess for your dishwasher in a professional way. You can't have good food coming off a pan that's burnt to complete crisp. And these are something, again, like things that take years to apply to one's own self and habits in their personal life. Something, while I can cook just fine, you know, at a resort down in the valley, at any handfuls of them, either as an event chef, a banquet chef, a catering cook, a line cook, you know, at the house, I turn into, um, you know, dumb boy Brian. No offense to anyone named Brian, even if it's spelled with an I. You know, I'm just roasting and I'm just playing. Seriously, I love all Brians, including you, brother, my actual brother, whose name is spelled with a Y. So at least you have that going there for you, dude. All right. And so I love you, man. He knows I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I think that washing dishes has been one of the most rewarding things to me. I know that in the future, I have been influenced so much that I do have a novel coming out about working in as a dishwasher in many different places, and all of the things that it's taught me. And so that should be interesting. I'm hoping to finish that one by the end of this year, along with the one that I'm almost done with now, meaning that hopefully by the end of the year I will have had two published books. So go me. Yeah, we'll see. I know it's going to get done, but let's see how many copies it sells. You know, anything more than two, and I'm okay with that. I guess considering that I'll probably buy those two copies. So, and I would just do that just to like make myself not feel so bad about having spent so much time on something. But it's actually not at all about the money. So I guess it wouldn't really matter, except I think they're good stories. And I hope that, you are all in a position to give me an opportunity to be on your Kindle, or even better on a bookshelf. So I hope that you guys have a great night. Thank you again so much to the new subs and viewers. Until I see you guys next, which will be tomorrow, be safe, don't drink and drive. If you've had anything at all to drink, get a designated driver and or stay exactly where you're at. Don't hurt yourself or anybody else. And you guys take care, okay? Bye.